Let's be real, most men don't fall in love. They trip, they crash, they fight it like it's a flu. He'll say things like, "I'm not ready for anything serious," or "I'm just focusing on myself." Translation: he's emotionally allergic but still enjoys the idea of someone liking his selfies. But here's the fun part. A man can swear he's immune to love and still find himself staring at his phone thinking, "Why can't I stop thinking about her?" That's the moment he's hooked, and it terrifies him, because love to a man means vulnerability, and vulnerability feels like handing you the controller to his emotional video game. Today, I'm going to show you how to make any man fall so madly in love that it actually scares him. Yes, even the ones who think they're uncatchable. We're talking real psychology, not manifest this under the full moon. 1. Create the emotional contrast. Every man's heart has an on-off switch called emotional rhythm. If he always knows what you'll say, how you'll react, what mood you're in, he stops feeling excitement. You've basically turned into emotional wallpaper. Nice, safe, predictable, forgettable. Men fall for contrast, warmth and wit, softness and spark, comfort and challenge. One minute you make him feel admired, the next you tease him like he's your favorite inside joke. That up and down rhythm keeps his brain flooded with dopamine, the same chemical that makes him addicted to scrolling at 2 a.m. Example, he says, "You look beautiful tonight." You smile and reply, "I know, but it's still sweet that you noticed." Boom, you mix appreciation with playful confidence. His ego just short-circuited in the best way. Remember, men don't crave endless validation, they crave emotional voltage. 2. Trigger his protective instinct without looking needy. Despite the six-pack and sarcasm, most men secretly want to protect something, not because they see women as fragile, but because it makes them feel useful, powerful, purposeful. So give him micro moments to play hero. Ask his opinion on something minor. "Do you think this?" or "This looks better?" Or casually mention that you fixed something yourself. He'll say, "Wait, you fixed that alone?" You smile. "Yeah, but I could have used an extra hand." That's it. You didn't beg for help. You triggered his instinct. Now he's invested, because helping you connects his strength to your world. Here's the twist. When he feels useful without being used, his affection deepens fast. It's not manipulation, it's understanding male psychology. 3. The power of emotional reflection. This one's underrated but deadly effective. Most people listen to reply, you should listen to mirror. When he talks about something that excites him, his work, his gym goals, his weird passion for overpriced coffee, match his energy. Say, "You really light up when you talk about that. I like it." It sounds small, but men rarely hear words that recognize their emotions. You're not just listening, you're seeing him. And when a man feels emotionally seen, it's game over. His brain labels you as the one person who gets him. And from there, his walls start melting like cheap ice cream in the sun. Or show your world, not just your interest. Nothing scares a man more than realizing a woman's entire mood depends on him. So the quickest way to make him fall is to show that your life is already full. Talk about your passions, your goals, your friends. Be so emotionally independent that he realizes he's walking into a life that already works. Because men don't fall for women who orbit around them. They fall for women whose worlds they want to enter. When you're the center of your own universe, he'll do anything to earn an orbit. Up to this point, you've built attraction, curiosity, and tension. But the real magic begins when his heart starts whispering, "Wait, what if I lose her?" That's when the fear kicks in. The beautiful, terrifying kind that tells him he's in too deep. In the next part, we'll go straight into the fear falling stage, how to create jealousy without games, and the emotional safety loop that makes a man commit even when he swore he wouldn't. So let's dive into the mind of a man who's falling and doesn't know how to stop. 5. The fear of falling. Why he pulls away right before he falls. Here's the wild truth. When a man starts catching real feelings, he doesn't usually smile about it. He panics. Suddenly, he's busy, thinking things through, or just needs space. Relax. He's not confused about you. He's confused about himself. You see, love is like emotional skydiving, and most men only realize they're falling after they've jumped. That rush of vulnerability is unfamiliar territory. His brain screams, "Retreat," because losing control feels like losing power. But that's exactly where love lives, in the free fall. So what do you do when he starts pulling back? Nothing. Don't chase. Don't over-explain. Don't suddenly turn into a motivational speaker with 3 good morning texts and a TED Talk. Stay composed, keep your rhythm, because when you don't freak out, you signal emotional stability, the rarest currency in modern dating. He'll notice you're calm and think, she's not trying to trap me, she's safe. And that's when fear turns into trust, and trust turns into attachment. He'll come back, not because you begged, but because your peace felt better than his panic. 6. The gentle jealousy trigger. Jealousy, when done right, is a secret ingredient, dangerous if overused, magical in the right dose. Men are wired to compete. They might not admit it, but the moment they think another man could have you, something deep in their brain goes, mine, no touchy. So how do you trigger that instinct without turning it into a soap opera? Simple. Remind him, subtly, that you're desired. Maybe you mentioned that your coworker complimented your outfit, or that a random guy at the cafe tried to flirt. It's drug. Move on. You're not boasting. You're showing that attraction follows you naturally. Now, here's the twist. End the story with warmth. But honestly, no one gets my time unless they can make me laugh like you do. Boom. You gave him tension and comfort. His ego is awake, his heart is melting, and his brain is screaming, don't mess this up. That's jealousy used ethically. Not as manipulation, but as a spark that reminds him, you're a prize with options. 7. Build the emotional safety loop. Men fall for women who make them feel both excited and safe. Too much excitement, he burns out. Too much safety, he zones out. You need the blend, chaos with a cushion. Here's how. 1. Match his emotional temperature. When he's playful, join in. When he's serious, meet him there. You become emotionally bilingual, he feels seen. 2. Reward openness. If he shares something real, don't weaponize it later. Nothing kills love faster than emotional blackmail. Instead, say, I respect that you share that with me. Short, sincere, perfect. 3. Stay grounded during storms. When he's distant or moody, don't spiral. Let him have his emotional weather while you remain the calm forecast he can return to. Once he realizes you're the woman he can be vulnerable and masculine with, it's over. He's addicted not to drama, but to relief. You become the emotional home he never thought he wanted. 8. You're the prize energy. At the core of every love story that lasts, there's one rule. You can adore him, flirt with him, dream about him, but never make him your whole story. A man doesn't fall for a woman who chases him. He falls for the one who makes him want to chase her. Show him through your actions that your world is rich, alive, and full with or without him. Your vibe should say, you'd be lucky to join my chaos. Men don't fall for perfection, they fall for rarity. And rare women have options, purpose, and boundaries. When you radiate that, he'll feel 2 things at once: admiration and fear. Admiration because he knows he's found something special. Fear because he knows he could lose it. That's the sweet spot where desire and respect collide. 9. The emotional climax, when it finally hits him. At first, he'll think about you once a day, then a few times. Then he'll be mid-meeting, staring at spreadsheets, thinking, she'd roast me for how serious I look right now. He'll try to distract himself. Gym, work, friends, but it won't help. Because you've planted yourself in his emotional pattern. You're the first thought that calms him and the last one that excites him. That's when he realizes he's not just attracted, he's attached, and it scares the hell out of him. 10. The final truth. Here's the paradox of love. You make a man fall not by controlling his heart, but by mastering yours. When he sees you're grounded, self-sufficient, emotionally playful, and a little mysterious, his instinct shifts from avoid love to protect her at all costs. Because men don't fall for women who need them. They fall for women who remind them who they want to be. So be that woman, the one who makes him laugh, think, and feels safe enough to lose control. That's not manipulation. That's magnetism.